What's good, YouTube? Today was actually a really great day. I woke up this morning and weighed in at a very impressive 240.7. So somehow I lost basically another 5 pounds. I'm right at 9.3 pounds total. I know most of this is water weight, but at least it's water. At least it's also taking some inflammation away with it or whatnot. Today I also hit 41 on my VO2 max score with Garmin. I've been working for years to get that. I know it doesn't sound like much to some people, but I finally got from the poor category into the fair category for the very, very first time, which I am ecstatic about. Probably has to do with losing some weight. Plus, I've been super consistent. In the past, I would train for 6 months, stop, train for 6 months, stop. So I'd get like right there, real close, and then I just wouldn't do it. I'm feeling really good today. Sleep last night was awesome, and I did wake up. So I mentioned in the last video that you'll start waking up earlier and earlier. Last night I woke up at 5, or this morning I woke up at 5 o'clock, wide awake. Typically I might wake up between 5:30 and 6, but that was definitely like I can tell the difference between waking up on like a fasting, like when everything is firing, you don't need coffee, you're ready to roll. It was one of those mornings. So let's hope that tonight I sleep a little better. I did take a nap today after my run. Run was very interesting. I had to walk. It was just a base run, but there were multiple times where I had to go and just walk. And you got to be good with that. All right, let me check this microphone. I got a microphone here. It's got a green light. Okay, good. It's got a green light. We're good. We got a mic. We're not going to shoot this again. Um, yeah, and it's been a while since I've had to walk on my base runs or whatnot. But you got to do what you got to do, and you got to meet your body where it is. I do think I got a little bit too dehydrated yesterday because my knees were sore, which has never happened from a run. And today when I laid down for a nap, my muscle in my left quad was twitching just a bit. I am taking electrolytes, right? Because I'm exercising and I'm trying to keep the intensity low and shorter. But I've definitely upped my water intake as well, because after last night and waking up and knees and all that, I was like, look, let's just make super sure. So today I've drank so much water. It's probably 1.5 gallons, which for me is just a crazy amount of water. I don't typically drink that much water, right? I'm like the 3/4 of a gallon, half a gallon a day, and I'm still peeing clear. But today I made extra sure. And then I doubled my electrolytes too, just to get there. I am super stoked. I was looking at it. Oh gosh, I had it pulled up. I think I'm at like 77 hours fasted right now, which feels great. And there was a cool, like I used a different website and it had like stats like down the side. And it was like, you basically from this time until now, it wasn't about fasting. It was just, it was like, gosh, what was the Google? Like, how long has it been since, right? And so it was a calculator. If you type in a previous date and then you hit the current date, it'll tell you the time. And it was like the distance was like 1% of 2005. It was like 0.9% of 2005, I think. So basically I've been fasting for almost 1% of 2005, which I thought was kind of cool. I never thought about it like that. And then it was like 230,000 seconds or, some ridiculous. I was like, another good way to think about it. I used to break it down personally in hours. So I like to think about it instead of 5-day water fasts. I like to think of it as like 120-hour fast. That way it gives me a little more control. Like that's how I used to do when I would go from lunch to lunch, right? I had a timer and I just started, and when it got to 120, and sometimes it'd go to 140 and sometimes it'd go to 116. But once it got right at 120, I knew I was in that ballpark. Because it's kind of hard if you say today's my first day water fasting. Well, I ate last night at 9 o'clock and then I went to bed, and then today is technically day 1 point something, right? So for me, I just lunch, fast, go for it for 120 hours, which typically puts me at Saturday lunch, and then I feast. So fast and feast and fast and feast. And I think y'all can like tell, maybe not from the looks yet, but just from the way that my body responds with dropping the inflammation and getting rid of the water weight and coming back around and being able to perform and not being lethargic throughout the day, like fasting for me is great. I'm very excited too about eating though. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been watching carnivore recipe day all day, like all day. Like I am sitting here, mouth is watering. Like I would, an easy, like an over easy egg, or like instead of a hard boiled, you do like a soft boiled egg, like they do in some ramen soups or something, and some broth. Oof, that sounds so good right now. But then also steak. I told y'all I love sardines. Like I've been looking up tuna patty melts, like all kinds of just carnivore recipes all day. So my body's definitely getting ready. You know, I'm what 80% of the way through this fast at this point. So, you know, by the time tomorrow rolls around, it will be, no, I guess I'm 60% now, 60, you know, 70, somewhere in there. And then by the time lunchtime tomorrow rolls around, I'll be 80%. And then, you know, Saturday lunch comes around, I can guarantee you I would be crushing some food. And you know, I watched my videos. It just happened. It's weird for me to look at the camera and talk because it's not a person, right? It's like this, you know, inanimate box sitting here on this tripod. So, if I'm not, I'm gonna work on that, right? Like I try to make something a little better each time. I haven't been doing a great job on that, unfortunately, making eye contact with the camera for this video. But moving forward, I have noticed that, so that's something that like. And then also I notice like my little ticks, like while I'm doing the video, which I think I just do naturally, right? Like I sway side to side, like just naturally all the time. I pull my fingers and like pop them and do stuff like that naturally all the time. And also being without a shirt in front of people, not my jam. Like if y'all didn't see video one, I'm super conservative. I have swam with a shirt my entire life. It doesn't matter if I had six pack abs or not. So this is just my accountability side. And hopefully, you know, I got a really good comment earlier today on the last video. Y'all can go check that out. And it was really motivational. I just finished my run and he's there, and or the person, I'm assuming it's a he, is in the comments saying like, hey, you're going to, you know, really inspire and help a lot of people in this. And I mean, that's exactly what I'm after. You know, if I can do it, you can do it, we can do it together, and we're going to get there. But, you know, all the love. God bless, and I hope y'all have a great day.